Stop, don't scroll. The fact that you stopped watching this video is not a coincidence. It's the first sign. A message attributed to the ancient scribe Thoth has reached you because something you've been asking for very strongly is finally on its way. And proof of this will manifest in your life within the next 48 hours. This isn't about positive thinking. It's about the universe's response to a call you made. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you the exact 10 stages that precede this manifestation and, most importantly, how not to sabotage its arrival. The first stage is this interruption. The second is a vibration you're already feeling in your body, even without understanding why. Stay with me, because what's coming could change everything, but only if you're ready. If you feel ready to receive it, comment below. I am open and receptive. When you observe carefully, you realize that what we call coincidence is the way the world speaks to those who have learned to listen. Your scrolling stopped here, and that wasn't by chance. Think for a moment of all the videos, all the distractions, and all the endless content vying for your attention. Something made you stop exactly at this point. This pause isn't an accident, it's a sign. It's the first physical evidence that a greater force, a universal intelligence that the ancient Egyptians called Thoth, the architect of reality, is communicating directly with you. This isn't a random event in your day, but a pre-arranged meeting point between your world and a higher plane that responds to your intentions. The message that brought you here is direct and personal. What you asked for, that deep desire you launched into the universe, whether in a moment of despair or hope, has been heard. The energy you emitted was not lost in the void. It traveled, gained strength, and is now returning to you in the form of a concrete event. This is not a generic wish for happiness, but the answer to a specific request that came from your heart, a clear intention that you planted and that is now about to visibly germinate in your life. What is happening is an overlapping of times. Ordinary time, the one you measure on the clock, the time that pressures you and makes you rush, has just been traversed by a different time. A time of opportunity, a perfect moment known as Kairos. It is a window that opens, where what seemed impossible becomes probable. This interruption in your routine is the first tear in the veil of ordinary reality. The first piece of the puzzle that is being assembled to reveal the complete picture of what you asked for. You might feel a skepticism, a voice in your mind trying to convince you that this is just another video, another coincidence. But this resistance is part of the process. The logical mind will always try to find a common explanation for extraordinary events. However, deep down, a part of you knows this is different. You feel a resonance, a curiosity that prevents you from simply scrolling and moving on. This feeling is your intuition confirming that you are exactly where you should be at this moment. The proof that all of this is real will not come in the form of words or promises, but in concrete events that will begin to unfold in the coming hours. The universe will not convince you with arguments, it will show you with facts. What is coming is a manifestation that you cannot ignore, an event that will validate this message and confirm that your reality is about to change in a way you asked for, but perhaps didn't expect to happen so quickly. This is the starting point. The call has been made, and you have answered. From now on, your job is to observe. The signs won't stop here. They will simply become clearer and more frequent. What you need to understand is that this moment is not the end, but the beginning of a sequence of synchronized events. And the next sign will not come from outside, but from within your own body, a physical sensation that you may already be feeling, without even understanding what it means. The test you're waiting for isn't something you'll see with your eyes, at least not yet. Before your logical mind can process and understand what's happening, your body has already received the signal. In the last few days, or perhaps even the last few hours, have you felt an inner agitation you can't explain? A kind of electricity running under your skin, an anxiety with no apparent cause, or a subtle ringing in your ears? This isn't everyday stress, it's your vital energy being recalibrated. Imagine a musical instrument being tuned to play a higher, purer note. The strings need to be stretched, and this process generates tension, a vibration. That's exactly what's happening with your energy field. You are being prepared to receive a new reality, and for that, your personal frequency needs to increase. This feeling of inner trembling, this expectation that seems to arise from nowhere, is your system adjusting to accommodate the energy of the manifestation that is on its way. This vibration is the true engine of change. It's the same invisible force that propels a seed to break through its hard shell and struggle against the earth to find the sunlight. It's a life force, a propulsion for growth. The energy you're feeling isn't just yours. It's a reflection of the universe rearranging itself around you to make room for your request. The cosmos is literally moving the pieces on the chessboard of your life, and you're feeling the friction of this great shift. The emotional intensity that accompanies this phase is inevitable. You may feel more sensitive, with your emotions on edge, alternating between euphoria and melancholy for no reason. Don't fight it. This turbulence is the necessary friction between your old self, accustomed to the current reality, and your expanded version, which is already being born. It's the farewell to old patterns and the preparation for a new way of being. Each wave of emotion is a layer of the old being released. This heightened energy is preparing the ground, clearing the path so that its manifestation can arrive and anchor itself in your life. Think of it as preparing a house to receive an important visitor. You clean, organize, and throw away what is no longer useful. The universe is doing this energetic cleansing in you and for you. Your only task is to allow the process to happen, breathe deeply during moments of intensity, and trust that this agitation is a sign of progress, not of a problem. However, this powerful creative energy needs a free channel to flow. If the path is blocked, manifestation can be diverted or delayed. And there is a very subtle obstacle, a weight that many people like you carry without even realizing it, that may be sabotaging this entire process. It is an invisible burden, born from one of your greatest qualities, but which now threatens to prevent the arrival of what you most desire. The secret burden you carry. The energy vibrating within you needs a clear path, but there's a blockage you may not see. Your greatest strength is also your greatest vulnerability. You have a heart that connects deeply with others. Your capacity for empathy, for putting yourself in others' shoes, and for extending a helping hand is not just a quality. It's your creative superpower. It is through this channel of compassion that your desires gain strength and materialize in the world. Thoth, the master of wisdom, recognizes this strength in you. However, this same sensitivity transforms you into an energy sponge. Without realizing it, you absorb the worries, anxieties, and negativity of the people around you. You listen to a friend vent and feel their weight as if it were your own. You watch a sad news story and carry that energy with you for the rest of the day. You enter a room, and even if no one says anything, you feel the tension in the air and absorb it. This impulse to care for and solve the world's problems ends up becoming an invisible burden. This weight, which doesn't belong to you, is draining your life force. It's like trying to fill a leaky bucket. All the high energy the universe is sending you to build your new reality ends up leaking out to support the weight of others. The manifestation that is on its way is like a precious gift that needs a clean and strong vessel to be received. If your energy field is overloaded with other people's issues, there will be no space for what is rightfully yours. You need to understand the crucial difference between compassion and self-sacrifice. Compassion is seeing someone drowning and throwing them a lifebuoy. Self-sacrifice is jumping into the water without knowing how to swim and drowning along with them. By carrying the burdens of others, you are not truly helping them, and you are preventing yourself from reaching a place of power where you could help much more. Your manifestation is not a selfish act. It is your ascension to a new level from where your light can shine brighter for everyone. To receive what is coming, you need to have your energy cup full, not overflowing with problems that aren't yours. It's time to establish healthy boundaries, learn to say no, and understand that you are not responsible for anyone else's happiness or path. Your priority now is to protect your own energy, as it is the fuel for the transformation that has already begun. And the first step to freeing yourself from this burden is not an external action. The liberation from this burden begins in a place that the modern world has taught you to fear: silence. You need to distance yourself from external noise to be able to identify which energies are yours and which you have borrowed. And this need to turn inward leads us directly to the greatest obstacle that prevents most people from receiving the blessings the universe has for them: a mind that never stops talking. To rid yourself of this burden that isn't yours, you first need to listen to yourself. But that has become almost impossible. Your mind has been noisy, hasn't it? It's a constant stream of recurring worries, never-ending to-do lists, imaginary dialogues about what you should have said, and persistent anxiety about a future that hasn't even arrived yet. This incessant mental noise creates a dense fog, a mist that prevents you from seeing clearly and blocks your intuition, your inner compass. You are trying to hear the voice of the universe, but your own mind is shouting louder. Inner calm is not a luxury for monks or a state to be achieved only on vacation. It is a tool of power, an essential skill for navigating life with precision. You need to silence the noise outside, the chaos of the world, to finally be able to hear the answer that already exists within you. Thoth's message is subtle, and it cannot compete with the volume of your daily worries. The first practical step is to begin a fast for your soul. This means shutting off sources of noise. Turn off your cell phone for a few hours. Take a break from social media, which is designed to keep your mind agitated and dissatisfied. Step away from news that bombards you with fear and negativity. Avoid empty conversations, gossip, and debates that only drain your energy and lead you nowhere. Each of these acts is a ritual of self-consecration, an act of declaring that your mental space is sacred. By creating these pockets of silence in your day, you open up space. Space for your energy to settle. Space for your intuition to finally speak at a volume you can hear. It is in this silence that you begin to decipher the true message the universe is sending you. Clarity doesn't emerge in the midst of a storm of thoughts, but in the calm that follows. It's like waiting for the dust to settle so you can see the path ahead clearly. This practice of silencing the external world may seem uncomfortable at first. The mind, addicted to stimuli, will fight back, will tell you that you are missing something important, that you need to stay connected. But this is just the resistance of the old pattern. Persist. Breathe deeply and anchor yourself in the present moment. Every minute you spend in silence, you are regaining power over your own consciousness and clearing the channel for manifestation. And it is precisely this clarity, gained through silence, that will give you the strength needed to face what comes next. Because by quieting down, you will begin to perceive an internal turmoil, an emotional chaos that was being muffled by the noise. Don't be alarmed. This storm is not a sign that something is wrong. On the contrary, it is proof that the great cleansing has finally begun. The storm before the calm. In seeking silence, you may be in for a surprise. Instead of peace, chaos may emerge. Old emotions, insecurities, and fears that were buried beneath the noise of daily life begin to surface. If your life seems more confusing now, if you feel more sensitive, or if unexpected challenges are arising, understand one fundamental thing: this is not a step backward. It's the final cleansing, it's the dust rising before it settles completely. Imagine you've decided to do a major renovation on your house. To build something new and beautiful, first you need to break down walls, tear up the old flooring, and deal with the mess and debris. Your inner life is undergoing this renovation. The universe is exposing the last cracks in your foundation, the limiting beliefs and emotional wounds that need to be seen and healed before your new, more solid and prosperous reality can be built upon it. Fighting against these emotions is the worst thing you can do. Trying to suppress sadness, ignore anger, or distract yourself from fear will only prolong the process. It's like trying to hold a beach ball underwater. It will inevitably slip away with more force. True wisdom, at this moment, lies in allowing. Allow the emotion to flow through you like river water. Feel it, acknowledge it, but don't identify with it. You are not your sadness. You are the consciousness that observes the sadness passing. This fluidity is proof that you are cooperating with the transformation process, instead of resisting it. Each tear that falls is stagnant energy being released. Each moment of anger that you allow and release in a healthy way is an old boundary being broken. You are emotionally detoxifying yourself so you can receive what is new. It's an alchemical process. First, the dissolution of what is old and dense, and then the coagulation of something new and luminous. Don't be fooled into thinking that the path to enlightenment is made only of positive thoughts and smiles. Often, the path to enlightenment leads through a dark corridor within ourselves. It takes courage to look at our own shadows, to embrace our broken parts, and to allow healing. This emotional storm is not here to destroy you, but to cleanse you, to purify you, and to leave you stronger and more authentic than ever. And it is precisely this surrender, this courage to weather your own inner storm, that will generate the next great event in your process. Because after the rain, the air becomes clearer and visibility becomes perfect. And it is in this post-storm clarity that a truth, which until now was hidden, will reveal itself to you in such a sudden and undeniable way that it will seem like a lightning bolt illuminating the night. After the emotional storm begins to pass, something extraordinary happens. The fog that enveloped your life begins to dissipate, almost like magic. Situations that seemed impossibly confusing, tense relationships that drained your energy, and that constant feeling of weight on your shoulders begin to resolve themselves. You didn't need to force anything. You didn't need to have difficult conversations or make drastic decisions. The simple change in your internal vibration began to reorganize the world around you. The truth, which once seemed so distant and complicated, is about to come to light. And it won't come as a whisper or a faint suspicion. It will come as a flash of understanding, a sudden lightning bolt that instantly illuminates everything hidden in the darkness. It could be a person's true intention, the real cause of a problem that has tormented you, or a self-awareness that completely changes the game. Suddenly, everything will make sense. This sudden clarity is your reward. It's the prize for having had the courage to weather the emotional storm without running away. It's the direct result of silencing the external noise so you could hear your own wisdom. What was once a tangled mess unravels, revealing the simplicity behind the complexity. You'll look back at the confusion of days past and hardly believe it ever seemed so complicated. This moment of epiphany is a crucial turning point. It frees you from illusions that kept you trapped. Perhaps you realize that a path you insisted on following wasn't for you, or that a person you thought you needed in your life was actually holding you back. This truth may be uncomfortable at first, but the feeling of relief and freedom that comes with it is immense. It's the feeling of finally taking off a tight shoe after a long day. With this new vision, with this crystal clear clarity, you become a different observer of your own life. You stop reacting to dramas and start seeing patterns. You stop being a pawn in the game and begin to understand how the board works. This new perspective gives you immense power. The power to make conscious choices aligned with your truth instead of just reacting to circumstances. And it is with this clear vision, with a lighter heart and a clearer mind, that you will finally be ready for the next stage. You now have the ability to perceive and decipher the secret language that the universe uses to communicate. You are ready to recognize the confirmation signs that are about to flood your reality, proving without a shadow of a doubt that your request was not only heard but is already being fulfilled. The secret codes of confirmation. Now that your vision is clear, you can finally see. The universe doesn't communicate with words. It speaks through symbols, coincidences, and synchronicities. And in the next 48 hours, your life will become a fertile ground for these signs. You will begin to see Thoth's confirmation codes everywhere. They are the winks of the cosmos, the nods of the divine, telling you that you are on the right path and that delivery is scheduled. Pay attention to the numbers. You will look at the clock and see 11:11, 14:44, 22:22. You will see repeated numerical sequences on license plates, receipts, or phone numbers. These are not accidents. They are energy markers, frequencies that confirm your alignment. Each sequence has a meaning, but the most important is the unified message. We are with you. Keep going. You are in the right time, in Kairos. Music will be another powerful channel. You'll turn on the radio and the song that plays will have the exact lyrics that answer a question you just mentally asked yourself. A song that marked an important moment in your past will play unexpectedly, bringing a message of healing or closure. Words and phrases will jump out at you on billboards, in books, or on social media posts, speaking directly to your soul. The universe will use the technology and culture around you to deliver personal messages. Nature will also speak to you. You might find a feather of a specific color on your path, right after thinking of an angel or guide. A symbolic animal, like a butterfly, an owl, or an eagle, might unexpectedly cross your path, bringing a message of transformation, wisdom, or freedom. Even scents, like a perfume that reminds you of someone, or the aroma of a specific flower, can appear out of nowhere to trigger an important memory or intuition. The psychologist Carl Jung, who studied these phenomena in depth, called this synchronicity, the occurrence of two or more events that do not have a cause and effect relationship, but are connected by a profound meaning for the person experiencing them. These are not random accidents. They are divine GPS points, calibrating your journey and confirming that your request has not only been heard, but that the package has already been dispatched and is on its way. These signs are proof that you are no longer just wishing. You are actively co-creating your reality in partnership with the universe. Each code you recognize strengthens your faith and raises your vibration even further, accelerating manifestation. And this flood of confirmations comes to prepare you for an even deeper truth. You are not receiving this blessing alone, and you have never been walking without support. As you decipher these codes and see the signs multiplying, it's crucial that you understand this journey is not a solitary one. You have never been alone. From the moment you placed your order, an invisible and powerful force has been actively working alongside you, orchestrating events, clearing your path, and protecting you from deviations. Think of it as a spiritual team, your guardians, guides, or, as many feel, the loving energy of loved ones who have passed on. This ancestral energy is a real support. It is the accumulated wisdom of your lineage, acting as a shield and a beacon. Have you ever felt an inexplicable calm right in the middle of an overwhelming crisis? Or had a sudden intuitive impulse not to go somewhere or not to do something, and then discovered that you got rid of a problem? Or simply felt a loving and comforting presence when you felt completely alone? That is the manifestation of this protective force. This protection ensured you reached this point. It sustained you in moments of doubt, guided you through the darkness, and ensured you didn't give up just before the finish line. Many of the strokes of luck you've had in life, the close calls that saved you from difficult situations, were not accidents. They were direct interventions from this invisible team, which is permitted to help you, but not to do the work for you. They prepared the ground so that you could walk. Honoring this connection is a crucial step now. Take a moment to give thanks. Give thanks to this force, whatever name you give it. Acknowledge the support you have received. By doing so, you strengthen the bond and further open the channel to receive help and guidance. Understand that your victory, your manifestation, is not just for you. It is a healing and an upliftment for your entire family tree, for those who came before and for those who will come after. You are breaking cycles and opening new paths, not only for yourself, but for your entire lineage. Your courage to change and seek a better reality reverberates through time and space. Your victory is their victory too. They are cheering you on, celebrating every step you take, every sign you recognize, every moment of clarity you achieve. They are applauding you as you approach the finish line. However, even with all this protection and clear signs, there is one last course correction that needs to be made. Your spiritual team has guided you this far, but the wisdom of the universe has a broader vision than yours. And what is about to happen may seem like a detour, a mistake in the plan, but in reality, it is the final and most important adjustment of your entire journey. The unexpected change of course. And here we arrive at the most crucial part, and for many the hardest to accept. The manifestation you asked for, the gift the universe is wrapping for you, may not arrive in the packaging you expected. In the coming days, there may be a sudden change of plans, something that, at first glance, will seem like a failure. A door closing in your face, a definitive no to what you so desperately wanted. This is where your faith will truly be tested. Understand this. This apparent loss is not a deviation from your path. It's the final adjustment of your cosmic GPS. The universe, with its infinite wisdom and a panoramic view of your life that you don't possess, is redirecting you. It's taking you off a route that seemed good and putting you on a much better, more prosperous, safer road, more aligned with your highest purpose. What seems like a dead end is, in fact, the entrance to the highway. It could be a project that gets cancelled at the last minute, opening up a much bigger opportunity than you ever imagined. It could be a relationship that ends, freeing you to find a much truer and healthier connection. It could be a job offer that doesn't work out because an entrepreneurial path or a completely different vocation is waiting for you. The universe is saying no to your good plan because it has a great plan for you. This recalibration is definitive proof that the universe is delivering what you truly need, not just what your limited mind thought you wanted. Often, we ask for small things based on our past experiences and our beliefs about what is possible. The universe, knowing your infinite potential, removes your small request so it can deliver the grand request your heart made, but your mind lacked the courage to formulate. Your task right now is surrender. It's letting go of control. It's trusting that the no you received is in fact a yes to something much bigger. It's being grateful for the door that closed, knowing that it was blocking the view of a gigantic portal that is opening right next to it. Resistance to this change, the attempt to force the closed door, is what causes suffering. Acceptance and trust are what allow you to flow smoothly onto the new path. And it is this confidence, this ability to let go of the steering wheel and allow the universe to guide you, that leads us to the final step. The journey has brought you here through interruption, vibration, cleansing, and signs. Now you stand before a portal. The first sign is just a few hours away, and your reaction to it will determine everything that happens next. The final step is not an action, but a state of being. We've reached the decisive moment, the first concrete sign, the first piece of the puzzle of your new reality is just hours away. The door to what you asked for is opening. Everything said so far, every step of the journey, has been preparation for this exact moment. The interruption that brought you to this video, the vibration in your body, the emotional cleansing, the clarity that emerged, the signs of confirmation and the invisible protection all have converged to this point. Now, the only thing left The final piece that only you can put in place is your silent confidence. It's not blind faith or naive hope. It's a profound knowing, a certainty that resides deep within your soul, that even if you can't see the whole picture, even if the path ahead still seems hazy, everything is moving in your favor. It's the confidence that the universe is an ally, not an adversary, and that it is working tirelessly to deliver the best for you. The interruption that made you stop and watch this message was the invitation. It was the universe knocking on your door. What happens next is your response. You have a clear choice to make. Will you doubt? Will you let your noisy mind convince you that it was all a coincidence and return to the noise, to the distraction, to the old routine that kept you trapped? Or will you trust the process? Will you take a deep breath and choose to cross the portal that is opening? This choice isn't made with words, but with your energy. It's the choice to remain in a state of positive expectation, to observe the world with the eyes of someone seeking magic instead of problems. It's the choice to interpret events, even challenging ones, as part of a larger plan for your good. It's the decision to align yourself with the solution, not the problem. The universe will respond to your choice, reflecting back to you exactly the energy you choose to emanate. Your first sign is coming. It may be subtle, a small event that most people would ignore. But you are no longer like most people. You have been prepared. You know what to look for. Be attentive, be present. When it arrives, acknowledge it. Be grateful for it. This acknowledgement is your yes to the universe, your permission for it to continue sending the pieces of your new reality. Remember, you asked for this. The universe is simply responding. The journey has prepared you, the door is opening, and the first sign is on its way. Your new life doesn't begin tomorrow or next week. It begins now with your choice to trust. Be attentive. Your world is about to change forever. If you've made it this far, to the end of this video, know that this is no coincidence either. It's confirmation that you were ready to receive this message completely. To seal this intention and show the universe that you are aligned, leave the phrase, "My signal has arrived," in the comments. And if you felt a calling to help this channel grow and spread more content like this, there's a way to contribute more directly. In the first pinned comment, you'll find a link to support our work. Any help you can give is very important to me and the continuation of this project. But understand that just watching until the end is already a huge help. If you can, share this video with someone who also needs to hear this message. But don't leave yet. Your journey doesn't end here. I've prepared a special video for you to take the next step, content that will delve deeper into what we've discussed and guide you even further. Click on the video that's appearing on the screen now, and let's meet there.